year. 43 inches a year. You're like, what in the world? No, 43 inches of rain. And yes, you are going to see more of that. And also maybe a little bit of a transition to a little bit of snow popping up in view as well. So this is the situation. We have that front that's pushing through, even seeing some lightning because, yeah, it's a little on the humid side. We have fairly high dew points across this surge of moisture in that warm sector of that low. But to the north, we have that cold air filtering in. Now, it's all about timing. How quickly does this dry air filter in, and how long are we going to see this moisture stick around? For the most part, a little mix of it, a little mix of rain and snow, and possibly seeing some snow dusting the ground in those blue spots. But there's a little bit of a separation between the front and that cold air, and that's going to be key. Once they overlap, we get a kind of secondary surge of moisture as well. That's when we do have that possibility for seeing some of that snow. But some of that dry air might even kind of cut things off just a little bit earlier and maybe diminish the overall totals that we're expecting. Still looking at that surge of moisture stretching from all the way back here in Texas. Houston staying wet and warm, rather mild everywhere else, and quite a bit of cloud cover as well. As we work our way through 7 p.m. this afternoon and evening, we're starting to see the colder air infiltrate parts of Alabama, Mississippi, and clipping parts of North Georgia as well. But it's about the time when the moisture really starts to scatter out, and that's going to be happening into the overnight hours, and that's when that arrival of the really cold air comes in. Things dry out completely as we get into midday tomorrow and through tomorrow afternoon. Again, we're expecting up to an inch everywhere in the green. We do have a couple of spots that could see maybe about 1 to 2 inches across the Florida panhandle. Could be parts of the south. It's a fairly juicy atmosphere still, but overall, not a crazy amount of rain. Now, we still have quite a bit of cool air expected, but until then, temperatures over the next 12 hours for Atlanta, very mild. I mean, we start off close to 70 this morning. So, yeah, this is the time where we actually will have an early high. This is when our high temperature will actually be registered, and then we cool down during those other hours of the day all the way through. Right now, hugging parts of New England and the Northeast. We do have winter weather advisories, mainly for Wednesday morning's commute. Really, the Massachusetts Turnpike, you're kind of that cutoff. To the south of you, you could expect some snow. To the north, possibly staying a little too dry for that. Seeing some of that dry air filter in. Now, we do have some lake effect influence snow that's going to be continuing to creep into view and keep us a little stormy and unsettled through about 9 p.m. this evening. But then, notice, we do have that little possibility of seeing some snow inching closer and closer to the I-95 corridor. Again, the problem lies in your Wednesday morning commute. Now, overall snowfall totals, not that crazy amount. However, it is always a little unsettling how to start off your morning. So just expect some impacts to your travel as we do get into about 6, 7, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Music City today, warm temperatures kept rain over Nashville Monday night. I'm meteorologist Liana Brackett.
And I'm meteorologist Alex Wallace. Almost half an inch falling, pushing the yearly total to nearly 60 inches. But snow, that's going to be making the midday commute a bit tricky. Nashville